Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here and I'm back for another crafty video. Today we're going to do another one sheet wonder. This time, this one is a 10 pocket. So we've got one pocket here, another pocket here, two, got a pocket here, three, open it up, pocket here, four, pocket here, five, pocket here, six, pocket here, seven, pocket here, 8. Let's put it back in there, sorry, 8. Get in there, 8. There you go. 8. Pocket here, 9. And a pocket here, 10. So, I'm going to make this little 10 pocket thing. Now, this is inspired by a make from Edith, or E, from Scrapbooking with Me. So it's one that she'd done a few years ago. I saw it actually on Pinterest. I'd kind of made it, and then when I was researching, so I'd made it, and then I'd made it from like seeing it. I didn't actually watch any kind of tutorial for it because that's how my brain works. I'm one of those sad people that can look at something and disassemble it. So seen it made, and it was on Pinterest, and I kind of disassembled it in my head and made it. And then I just happened to be watching something where the video came on. I was like, I've just made one of them. So it was 2 years ago. So the thing I saw on Pinterest it'd been posted about 18 months or so ago. So I reckon that, well, I'm crediting Edith from Scrapbooking with Me for it. So I don't know whether that's right. She doesn't know me from Adam. Probably never watched this. She'll probably never know. But I like to, I've had so many things of mine be made by other people and, not, give any kudos for it, that I'd rather just pay kudos. If somebody else knows that it was made by somebody else, then say so. But I'm going to show you how to make it, because you might not have seen her make it. So I'm going to make another one. I'm going to use this. Now this is beautiful, but it's just not me beautiful, if you see what I mean. It's not as beautiful as me. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just not a me kind of paper. Now I love this. That is very nice. But again, I'll probably not use it, so I'm going to just make it with this. So that's the one I would suggest with this one, because you don't see a lot of the paper itself. So I would suggest this is a great opportunity to use up all of those pieces that you wouldn't otherwise use. Now, hopefully that's what you're doing with your one sheet wonders anyway. But this one is definitely for the not ugly. This paper is not ugly. It's just not me. Like I say, I love it. It's one of the Natural History Museum ones. But when will I use it? That's the thing. So, first thing to do is kind of decide what's going to go on the inside, what's going on the outside. Some of it ends up on the outside. So if you look at this, let's just show you this. So if we open it up, so this green was the inside. So you've just got to think about, you'll see a lot of the outside, but it'll be covered by a bit of the inside. So you just want to take that into account, and you'll see what I mean. You don't need a scoreboard either for this. So this is score free. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it in half. So I'm going to fold it in half so that the orientation is top and bottom. So or bottom top, top bottom, whatever. So you just want to fold it in half. Now the first thing that you saw me cut off was I just cut off, it comes in a perforated pad, and I just cut the perforation off. That's really all I did. So you just want to kind of line it up best you can. Not a big issue if it's not perfect. Get your bone folder and give it a score. Now you do want to give it a good score. You don't want it to be full on heavyweight card. So I would say that even Tim Holtz is maybe a little bit thick for this. this one is a much thinner, heavier than paper, but thinner than, you know, Tim Holtz card. So then once we fold it, so we folded it up, then we're going to fold it over in half this way. And the reason for that is this will get really bulky to do if you try and use really thick card. So we're just going to score that line in. It's quite a forgiving little make anyway. So, and then once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to fold this back onto itself. You're going to fold it back, and you want to leave, well, whatever you want to leave, really. I'm going to leave this, which is about, it's about 1 inch, and so that's got, well, that's almost 2.5 inches that I'm folding back with. So, see this bit here? Oh, that is 2.5, and that's 1 inch. So that's what we're doing. Folding that there, and then I'm just going to score that in. I'm going to flip it over and do the same on the other side. And I say this one is a really, really easy make. And again, put it all lines in. And just score them all in. Just make sure all of those nicely scored in, because then it makes sure it all lies nice and flat and everything, and it's all gorgeous and sumptuous. Right, next thing to do is open it out and just put your thumb notches in here. Now, if your thing cuts through all 4 sheets of, remember you've got a doubled up layer here. Just going to show you what I mean. So you've got a double layer here and you've got a double layer here. So if your circle punch goes through them all, do them all at the same time, and then you can make sure they're all lined up and they sit in the same place. If not, do the front one first, line it up, and then do the back. So actually I'm going to do that. I'll show you what I mean. So if yours doesn't go through all of them, do the front one first. Okay, and then line that up like that and put that on there, and then just line that up with that and do that, and then they'll sit together that way. So if your punch doesn't go all through all 4, if it doesn't go up through all 4 pages, then don't force it, because you'll break it. So okay, so don't worry, I know it's covered that up, but the next bit we're going to lose these pieces. Now what we're going to do, so this is how it would sit. We're going to fold these back so that they're back into the shape that they were when we first folded it over. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cut from where our crease is down to, I don't know, about here. So let's just put a pen mark on it so you can see what I mean. Oh, I don't know whether you'll be able to see a pen mark on this because it's black, but so I'm going to cut to there and go down to about, I think I'm going to cut down to about there. Okay, now I'm going to hold them all together, and then I'm just going to cut. Now, if you could cut them, so if you're not confident about cutting them all together, you could just cut one off and use that as a template for cutting the others. But I'm just going to cut them all, because if they're not perfect, it's not a problem, and you'll see why in a minute. So we're just going to cut through all of them up to there, and that's it. Okay, so now what's going to happen is this first one is going to fold this way, and the next one is going to fold backwards. And in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're just going to open the whole thing out again like this, and we're going to cut this line to this fold and this line to this fold. Okay, now I'm going to do that with a blade because I'm more confident, well, comfortable with a blade. And the best thing to do if you're using a blade is you've got this you'll feel it when you run your finger over it. You've got a ridge here. If you use a flat-edged ruler, and you should be using a flat-edged ruler because you don't ever cut with a blade against a metal ruler, you'll push it up against there, and you'll feel it. It stops. See how it just stops and it's pushing the paper now? That is how to get that line perfectly. So you can go from that crease and score that way, and then you're going to turn this round again up to that crease, so you know you come up to that crease, it stops, and again just cut, and there you go, you've cut those bits. So now you can just fold it back together again. Okay, fold it back, and then this time now we can fold that way, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of glue on it. Oh, let's ink it first, Dave, before you do any gluing. Let's make it inky, because you always forget to do that bit. So now this, because it's such a dark paper, I'm going to use a darker ink on it. So I'm going to use this ground hog day. No, ground whatever it's called. Ground espresso. Not Groundhog Day. Just going to get rid of all of those white edges, and also just give it a bit of a dimension. Now you don't need to do inside here, because you remember that's going to fold over there and you're not going to see it. So you want to do outsides of those. I'm also going to do a bit down there. And on that one, fold that back on itself. Ink down there. Ink on there. And you can take your time doing this. The thing that I don't have a lot of, time. So fold them back on themselves. Ink across there and across the bottom. Ink across there and across the bottom, and then catch those edges. Cool, so I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. Let's just put those back to where they were. So these are all now these that you've just cut that shape for. So you're going to fold this one over, and you're just going to put a bead of glue across the very bottom of there and stick it down. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to open it up, and we're going to put a bead of glue across this line here. Stick that down. Okay, just put those lines back in, just squeeze that down. Okay, then we're going to do this one. So we're going to fold this over, bead of glue at the bottom, and then we're going to close it. I'm going to put a bead of glue at the bottom of this one. Okay, then what we've got is we've now got an open pocket either side here. So you don't need to glue this bit down the middle. That's going to be, you know, sorted out by a fold here. But what you do want to do is you just want to enclose this bit here. So all we're going to do is we're going to open it back on itself a little bit and put a bead of glue down the edge there. You don't want to go too far into the page, otherwise you're losing the width of the pocket. And stick it down, and then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do the same again on that side. Like that. Stick it down. Okay. So then what I did was I took these, so these are the bits that we've chopped off. Now they will, depending on which way round you put them, sit. Oh no, you see that's perfect. If you've cut it longer than you have wide, then they'll only fit on one way round. So you just need to, like these ones, these were longer than they were wide. So you see it's same width there, but it's higher on that side, and that means that you'll have two that fit on the front and the back, and two that only fit on the front, on the insides. So I'm going to use these, and I'm going to use it as a alternate pattern. Or do I want to go with that? No, we're going to go with the alternate. And we're just going to put, let's put some ink on it. And we're just going to put a line of glue down the right angle sides like that. Pop that back on there, open it up, do the same on the inside. It's a contrasting piece. No, we didn't do any inking, Dave. And just a line of glue. Yours will be a straighter line than mine. Pop that onto there. Got a terrible earache at the minute, really itchy ear, terrible earache. Oh, and I've got to say, I have to just say thank you so much to Tracy for her happy mail that she sent me, because she sent me some dry skin stuff, and I have to say it is amazing. It's really working for me, so thanks for that, Tracy. I have horrible dry skin on my eyebrow, one of my eyebrows, and it makes it all like swollen and red and sore looking, and it's kind of sorted it out, so really chuffed with that, so thanks, Tracy. So then we're going to pop this last piece on here. There we go. And that is your 10 pocket wallet. Now, the only difference is I put a little sticky dot inside. Again, I've used my whole technique of being very frugal, cutting these in half. I used half of one. Let's turn it around. I'm going to have the straight edge against the straight edge. I'm just going to pop it on there like that, and then close it, and then open it again, and there we go. So that's our 10 pockets. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pockets. That's our 10 pocket little folio orphan one sheet of paper, all done in the flash of an eye, and all ready to go. So think of how many of them you can make, little ephemera things, goodies to put in journals, to put in, you know, happy mail, whatever. And just think, you could have it like that and put it into a you could sew it into a signature, and you could have it so it just opens like that, and there'll be a page between it, and you could just have nice little pockets like that. So because they're nice and thin, they're not going to take up much space at all. So there you go, another little one sheet wonder for you. So guess what? I will be back next week for another one sheet wonder. In the meantime, on Friday I will be doing some more on my grimoire, and on Monday, I have no idea what's happening on Monday, but next Wednesday I can guarantee to you I will be doing another one sheet wonder of some sort. Alright then folks, if you've liked this, you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you know Edith from Scrapbooking with me and you want to tell her that I've made it, then go right ahead. I will tag her. I do like to pay kudos where it's required, and I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up though, and I will see you, like I say, next video. And in the meantime, don't forget, I love you all without exception, until you give me a reason not to. Simple answer is don't give me a reason not to. Alright then folks, take care, lots of love, see you soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of love, lots of hugs, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Bye.